First carry for Peyton Barber. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both are all backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans.
Okay, Mike.
17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll only get a couple.
Ezekiel out there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
47.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A 1st down carry by Elliott.
Let's go, Devin.
On the play back at the 37.
Let's go, Devin.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right, got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 1st down, Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try again with Elliott. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. The kick by Marr is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
Well, what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically,
Nah, you don't really get to every
what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
We got this.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound,
It's that
staying
right
in
side
their
right there.
lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Watch the
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Flip. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. Over the middle to Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Flip it.
Winston going for it all. And he's got his tight end.
Touchdown.
Howard.
Let's go, Howard.
Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
You see a $10 bill in that? Oh, okay, I said it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
As soon as he can play, he playing. Huh?
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A first down throw for Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
Mike.
Give him 69 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And now look at this. Big game before. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there.
No, Mike.
Keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
You almost got me there, boy. No, you won't be in here when I'm playing this. You try to cut it off, boy. She wasn't even doing that, huh?
Check. Lucky. Wait.
Here's Barber. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's into the
touchdown.
zone for
Let's go.
Tampa Bay touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Here's Gain out of the
killing nigga this baby. Hey, $5 for a trial, baby.
And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second and 5 now. Prescott flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer's defender with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Prescott on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Kill.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Barber trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from the 3 and out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Peyton Barber was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Pass, there he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation, when you score that close, Defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
I see you looking at me. Say.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston. And Watson has it right side. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. Look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 99. Check 99. Everybody, kill. Then we're going to 53.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close.
I got 10 hours to play it. I got to play this for 10 hours, but it's crazy. We're going to be a team now. We're going to look at these playbooks, man.
They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, devil with the hands. Starting to guard me. I ruin it.
Yeah, these man 20. Like I said, I paid $5 just to play the. They'll let you play 10 hours though. Come out next week though. Hopefully I'm finna pull some string tomorrow. Pop gonna buy it for me up there. Send it to me. Yeah. Dig it in. Yeah. Oh, let me get my predator defense. Okay. Like my 4-3 wide 9. My predator. 4-3 wide 9. What is it?
I remember when they always ignoring the dash. Got it on, smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I copy, I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Starting to guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on, smash, put on the gas. Crash. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about the game. I hear a lot of things. You tell us I'm making a name. I put them on the coast of regret, but letting them stay in the game.
That boy.
Around took a tumble. Next time
Hey.
be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man,
That
rumble.
boy.
Never slip nor stumble. I take off, smash it. Now watch the juke in the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Domination every facet. Keep the pocket like plastic. Gonna blitz and pass it. Got it on, smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash. Honey y'all dash.
Simba. Big boy. Big boy.
Yeah, I just ran to check up on myself.
Hey.
I see GG on my belt. Thank you all for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank you all for my people in my health.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we're in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's get out.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Man open left side is Brown. 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 37. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now it's Wilson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And boy, not a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Alert, alert, alert.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Carson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him up.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Just like that.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 54 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 65 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's a run for England. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Jackson. Flush to his right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. They find some open field here. And he slides to avoid the hit. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Wilson to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Young leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks.
Oh, that nigga nasty. Ooh, DJ is nasty. DK is nasty. DK is nasty.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. There's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle.
Paw Travis Wilson.
The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. On 1st down, Wilson buying time to his left. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ain't no such thing as a alert. Check 48, come on. Touch 50, touch 50. Watch the run.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Harrison Smith. That was Harrison Smith. That was Harrison.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go tonight.
To throw again is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And this one is right down Broadway. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 39 yards there, a big one.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picked up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whoa! Bobby White.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. And Dixon over the middle. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wilson to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Yeah.
This is Carson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. On 1st down, it's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And it is good.
Let's go. Good comeback win. Nigga, you ain't scored number 3 points the second half, nigga.
The Seahawks have won the game.
Let's go, man.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
Boy, DK though. Oh, whoa. DK though. Oh, whoa. DK though. DK though. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. You know I gotta play a Murray tomorrow. I'm gonna go play a Murray tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got. Return live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?